Hi, Texans. Uh, I really want to talk to y'all today over the fact of our marijuana rights. I know HIV patients. I guess I should start off. I'm a private caregiver and a private cleaner for terminally ill patients all over South Texas, essentially. Um, the reason why technically you can't see my face is because of the way the laws are written. I think it's really boo boo. But I have HIV patients, I have cancer patients, I've got a lot of terminally ill private care. I've got 12 in total, and that's a workload. I want to talk to y'all about the same thing that they talk to me about. Why can't they sit down and eat a full meal? Why can't they get up and move around? It's not because they're lazy. It's not because, they're giving up. Their bodies won't allow them to do the simple basic tasks like you and I brushing our teeth, taking a shower, just simple ADLs, activities of daily life that you and I can do without an issue that somebody who's terminally ill can't do anymore. And I'm not saying I'm being lazy either. I would love to see my patients eat a full meal. That would tickle me pink. I mean, just be absolutely fantabulous to watch a couple of my patients sit down and eat a meal like I do with my family. Or to be able to walk into a kitchen and not start puking literally everywhere off the smell, just like a pregnant woman would do. The medications that doctors prescribe to these terminally ill patients are very, very strong, and a lot of times really do hurt the patient. Not in the sense like somebody's beating them up, but they're unable to eat. We've all known somebody who's had cancer, HIV, PTSD. There are a lot of terminally ills that aren't physically, like cancer, AIDS, and stuff like that. But there are a lot of patients out there right now that are physically terminally ill, dying as we speak right now, that could benefit from the simple use of a single marijuana cigarette. Now, come on, people. What is really wrong with a joint? You get, from when I was a teenager, when we smoked, our parents loved it on the base. They knew once we smoked, we were on that couch for 8 hours. You don't see anybody committing murder stoned. Why? Because you don't feel like doing it. You're happy. I don't want to go over all that. What I do want to talk about is Texas. Isn't it time we had a movement that actually meant something? Isn't it time, instead of doing a breast cancer awareness walk for the people coming up in the future to catch it, why can't we do something right here, right now? I've got an AIDS patient, had an AIDS patient, people, had. After he moved to Colorado, he called me 4 months later and said, Bubba, you'll never believe what I was just told. I said, you're a millionaire. God's honest truth. He said, no, I don't have AIDS anymore. And I stopped in my track, pulled over onto the highway, got off and everything, and started having a conversation with him. I even had his new physician send me his medical documentation. His parents hired me the day he contracted HIV. I was there, been there from the get-go helping this man. He's inconclusive, cannot find the virus. Everything in his system is A-OK. The doctor said if he hadn't have seen the original diagnosis, he would have put him as negative. This was over a 3-month, 3-week period of smoking marijuana. Now, what they're not telling you is that marijuana strengthens not only the immune system, but it strengthens the bone marrow in your legs to help produce it. It takes all the stress out of your body. People, can we not start a movement to actually help not only our seniors that have arthritis, not only our returning veterans coming home with PTSD, but also our terminally ill? Let's do something with our lives, people. Let's stand up and let's do something that counts. What I'm asking everybody that's watching this video to do is please call your governor of Texas and please say, please legalize marijuana. Obama may not have done much for us, but he did say that the federal government does have to observe the state law. So if our president agrees with it, and due to the fact we have to pay into federal taxes with it, it'll take our deficit completely almost away. We're Texas. We're not only the richest state, but we're the meanest state to all of our cancer patients and all of our terminally ill. Let's stand up and let's become united as one for this cause. I'm not saying you have to be Martin Luther King, but let's do something, people. Let's make a stand and let's stand for what's right. Let's legalize marijuana for not only recreational use, but especially for our terminally ill. Amen, and God bless everybody that watches this. Please call your governor, please.